Um, Sorry, I'm a little sick. I have been, um, it's Thanksgiving and I'm just kind of recovering from stuff. But I just wanted to talk about how I've been thinking the word calm a lot lately in my discussions with people and kind of, relaxing when I'm talking to people who make me nervous, like attractive people or, people who kind of are a little on edge because they may be a little bit wealthier or have some amount of status or something like that. And it's been really helpful to just think about how sorry, my nose thing. Yeah, like to think about how like it's already done. You know what I mean? Like if you think about how life is already finished, and it's not necessarily that it's already finished, but it's like when you think of like yourself already in the place that you want to be, then you can try less, and um, it doesn't make effort less of a importance, but it does make struggle a little bit less, because you're not so much focusing on where do I have to go, how do I figure this out. You're just kind of like really, engaged with your um, intuition and like when you are consistently thinking in terms of calm, thinking in terms of abundance, just like reminding yourself of calm, reminding yourself of abundance, like you're just like less stressed about trying to press for time, you know. Um, like yeah, there's this quote that my dad told me once that I was like, oh, this is weird. It's not what I wasn't like trying to like think like this, but it was kind of like, oh, like it is um, a way to be or whatever. But it's like um, there's a bull, like two bulls, one younger, one older. The younger one's like, hey, let's go down there and like go, um, let's go grab some cattle, and we can maybe get one or two, and then the older bull's like, why don't we just like walk down there and like get with all of them. You know what I mean? And I just think that the feeling that goes into that is definitely, I mean, the I guess like, it is a little misogynistic or whatever, but when you think about it, it's like when you have a calm mindset about anything that you want in life, it actually is so much easier to just like go about your life, move towards it, allow people to open themselves up, their personalities up to you, and everything that's kind of like valuable in life already has like a certain barrier around it, And, like they say that, I mean, they say that the universe is feminine, and how I interpret that is that like all of the best things, everything that you want is going to act like a really attractive woman, and what that means is that like it knows its value, everything knows its value, and you have to know your own value to kind of like not put this thing, like you have to see it as your equal, you know what I mean, like, and that's kind of oftentimes, when we want something, it's because we don't see it as our equal. And like I think a lot of like a lot of uh manifestation type stuff is like about like I've got to feel really good so that I'm the star and I attract things into my thing, and it's like trying to like press oneself up and have fun. And I mean that definitely is a cool thing, but I also think like the most um the most confident like things, the most stable kinds of things are, and people are just kind of like their own little universes. And when you can see yourself as this own universe that's already kind of encapsulated, you can also just like look at them as something that's already encapsulated. You don't have to like reach out to grab or something. That you can just kind of like relax and be like, hey guys, I'm just here chilling with you. You know what I mean? Like we're just chilling. And if you treat if you treat uh, if you treat a woman like your best friend, then if you treat a woman like how you would treat your best friend, like if you treat a like you know a client, I imagine I don't really do sales, but like if you treat anyone like family, then they're gonna relax because you're relaxed. Like when you're with family, you're relaxed. I mean, you might even give them a little, give them a little like, give them a little shit every once in a while. You know what I mean? You might be like, hey, dude, like, you might be like, hey, dude, I think this is cool. Like, but you do what you want to do. Like you can live your life in a way that's more relaxed and calm when you just start seeing people as like just people, you know, and seeing things you want as just like the same as getting like a I don't know like a soda or like a water bottle, you know, like yeah, I mean maybe like a skill or something that is like a bunch of water bottles stacked on top of each other, but really, I mean, if you think about it, everyone, everything is like everything that you want is really just like a water bottle, you know? Like, like I mean, if you were like really, like for instance, okay, you want a wife or something like that, and you're like, oh, like tense about it, like, and you're like, dude, I have to do all this stuff to get this wife. Well, would you feel that same way about a water bottle? Like, would you go up to the person who has the water bottle and be like, I just really think that like we can be everything together. It's like, no, you would just like be chilling with them. Like you just be like, hey, dude, what's up? I would like this water bottle. Um, what do I have to pay for it or whatever? What do I have to do to get it or you know, even on a like less level of that, you could just be like, here's what I have to offer. You know, and you just lived your life like someone who's always like, this is just what I have to offer here right now. I'm just vibing. Like, then eventually people will interact with that. And like, it's kind of like that bull metaphor where the thing that I was trying to say with that was like, if you live in a way that's like, uh, knowing you have so much time, knowing that you don't have to like pressure everything and pressure anyone else to get you, give you what you want or whatever. You can just kind of like vibe with it. And I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people in dating are like, what do you want to do? Or like, where do you want to be? Like, how are you going to like, are we going to fit together? Are you going to like change all your opinions? I mean, not necessarily change all your opinions, but are you going to like have the right opinions? Or are you going to like, are you gonna? They want to know compatibility without even getting to know the person. Without even knowing what's good in the person. And it's like if you like, I've done that too. I've definitely done that too, where I'm like, not necessarily like trying to find. It's like I guess I've done that with a commitment, where it's like, oh, I want someone who's like committed, but it's like actually women have, that's like what they have, is that they need to be like picky with people because that's, I mean, I don't know. I mean, historically, guys can like go around, and women, they kind of have to protect themselves a little bit more. And so, yeah, I don't know. Just, I haven't been very calm in this video, but like, like being able to find a kind of calm when you're, and just like thinking the word calm and thinking like having calm in the back of my mind when I'm like talking to someone who's like attractive to me, or you know or even someone who's like frustrated me in the past, like allows me to just see this person as a person, and it, I mean, it definitely like puts me in my parasympathetic nervous system, and it's like no one is really better than anyone else. And so, I mean, you know, I don't think so. I mean, it's better is such a weird word, but like, like if you can be in a relaxed state and like see people as people and see, things you want as items and not like the savior of your life or whatever, then, you can interact with it a little bit better. And like staying calm is really the thing that's going to keep you in your like, you know, neocortex or whatever, like the brain that's a little more human and less like reptilian, and you're not going to be like, oh man, like you're not going to be like freaked out. You're just going to be like, what's up, and people, you'll see people actually like, if you can continuously stay in your, I guess, prefrontal cortex, or find a way to stay relaxed, you'll see people be like stressed, like thinking, and then relax again and be like, oh, like this person isn't judging me, or this person's not like trying to figure out all the things about my life, and this person is just like trying to vibe, and I don't have to I don't have to put up such a guard against it, I don't know. And yeah, just it also puts things into perspective, and staying calm and like in your frontal brain, your human brain, like also helps you think in a way that um, keeps you human. Like it keeps you from being like, oh, I need this thing for my survival, and more like is this a person that I want to be around, or is this a product that's going to be good for me? Is this something that I want, and like, you know a part of my longer term vision? And you can think about your longer term vision and be like, what is that even going to entail? So